Welcome back to Impossibly Unremarkable, a podcast hosted by myself, Jonathon Butts, and my longtime friend, co-host, and parolee, Elliott Barkson.
Yeah, we're back with another episode of this podcast, and today we are two former cellies coming out and meeting back up on the outside. Isn't that right?
It's goddamn right. We're making toilet wine.
Yeah.
We're providing comfort, companionship.
You can take the man out of the prison, but you can't take the prison out of the man. You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
Yeah. No, I still make wine in my toilet. I still, whittle my toothbrush into a shiv just in case.
You ever watched? There's like people on TikTok that are in prison, and they'll have like culinary videos.
Wait,
where
really?
they show the stuff that they make with all the different stuff that they buy at the commissary.
What do they make? Is it cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, they get creative in there. I mean, I've seen enough prison documentaries and shows and all that kind of stuff. Like, prisoners, and it could be they have a lot of time on their hands.
They do have a lot of time.
They get creative in ways that I would never even think to get creative. You know, the ways they make weapons, the ways they make food, the ways they find out to still drink booze on the inside or get drugs in there. It's crazy.
It is. They're very resourceful.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I was very worried. Like, I had a very real fear that I was going to go to prison.
I did too.
Not for anything particular, just I'm like, it's going to happen.
Yeah. No, I thought that was a realistic possibility. Like, somehow I would just end up there. I don't know what crime I thought I would commit, but
I mean, it's fairly straightforward as I've learned to just follow the rules.
It's pretty easy to not get arrested, I've found. You just have to, like, I don't know, like, just live your life and not like harm anyone or anything.
Don't be doing the crime if you don't want to be doing the time.
Yeah, man. Just like, I know I look like I just got out of prison, but I haven't been. I don't think I would do well there. But yeah, I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, you will see I got a haircut recently.
He did, and it looks quite good.
I've gotten mixed reviews on it. Some people hate it. Other people tell me to my face that they like it. I'm not sure, if there's a distinction between the two, but either way, I like it. And if they don't, they can go kick rocks.
I think it looks really good. I'm slightly offended that you didn't give me the heads up. I know you've talked about it in the past.
Yeah.
I know you've talked about me. I don't know, me cutting your hair. I don't know whether that.
Yeah.
I could not do that.
For some reason, I just, in my head, I didn't want to pay the barber to buzz my head because it seems like so easy. But I mean, I also got so I went in there and I didn't tell Megan I was doing this, by the way. But I've also talked about it for so long, I figured it's always a possibility. Mm-hmm. I figured maybe in her head, she's like, yeah, maybe he'll do it this time. But I go into my barber shop and I ask for a buzz cut with a skin fade. So there's still a fade on here, so it looks a little more styled, but it is a buzz cut on top. So I went in there, got exactly what I wanted, came out perfectly the way that I imagined. I walk to my car, I drive home, I get in the door, and Megan immediately freaks out on me. She said, "What did you do? What did you do to your hair? Why would you do that?" She said that I look like I either just got out of the military, or I just got out of prison, which I do see why she would think that. But I like the haircut. She said, or I don't know if she said this, somebody said this. It was, they said, people who get that haircut do that because they don't have good hair. You're not supposed to, people like you, because apparently I have good hair. I'm not supposed to get a buzz cut.
You know that you have good hair.
Apparently, according to the masses, I have good hair. But people like me apparently aren't supposed to cut their hair this short because that's reserved for the people who have less good hair, which I think is ridiculous.
Speaking as someone with not good hair that cuts their hair very short, by all means do it. I give you permission.
Thanks, man.
I speak on behalf of the balds. Let me say, yeah, you can do it.
She said my head shape was weird. Do you think my head shape's weird?
No.
I thought it looked actually pretty round. Pretty well rounded.
It's quite round. It's a good head shape, and it's a good shape for a buzz cut like that.
The only thing is, I've always known I have a small head, but now I really see that I do have a small head. It's pretty small. I'm not sure if that indicates my intelligence or what that's an indication of. Is there some sort of correlation between small heads?
It's usually a giveaway that you weren't that hard to birth.
Really? Like
Yeah.
I slid out of there?
Yeah.
Well, then that's good.
Whereas I have a very large head.
Right. Like you were a bitch to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like fit in one of those square blocks in one of those round holes.
They actually had to cut some pieces off of me and sew them back together just to pull me out.
That makes a lot of sense. Sort of a
Yeah.
platypus situation.
What?
A platypus situation? They're pieced together with different. They look unnatural because they're pieced together. They're not.
I thought you were-
They're not
I thought
literally
you were in-
pieced together. They're born that way.
I
but-
thought you were insinuating that platypi come out in different pieces.
Yeah, they come out.
and
And
then
they actually they assemble them. Assembly
Yeah.
required. It's sort of like
Yeah.
getting an IKEA desk or something, but it's an animal. No. But I did go to the zoo this week as well. What?
How many times do I have to say that I want to go to the zoo?
I actually should have asked you because I went. So I went with my parents. Megan didn't go. It was me, my parents, and Wesley. I wasn't sure if it would be appropriate to bring another. I'm sure it wouldn't have mattered. But we also saw another animal that is similar to the platypus. It's sort of a weird freak-looking thing. It's the tamir, I think. I think that's what Temir or something like that. I don't know. It's
Is
this.
it the pig-looking thing?
Yeah, it's the pig-looking.
tapir.
A tapir. Thank you. A tapir. Yeah, those things are wild. They got like almost like a tiny little elephant snout, like it should be a trunk, but it got cut short. But they're also large, like sort of like a cow almost. But then they also kind of look like a pig a little bit, and they've got like black and brown fur. Strange looking fucker. Like I don't.
When did you go?
We went on Saturday. You were busy.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
I remember you specifically telling me you would be busy Saturday. I think that's why I didn't invite you.
All right, next time you go to the zoo, which happens to be like every 3 weeks apparently.
Yeah.
Please, I want to go to the zoo. I think it would be fun if you, me, and Wesley went to the zoo together.
Yeah. No, you should go because have you been since the local Minnesota zoo, they put up that the trail up top. It's the treetop trail, I think.
So the last time I went was October, and I saw that. I saw that it was up, but we were there for like a pumpkin thing. It wasn't weren't for the animals.
We got to walk up on some of it. We didn't walk the whole thing because it was, I didn't want to, it was a little windy. I didn't want Wesley outside that long or whatever. And it was almost feeding time for him. So we had to get skedaddling. But
Can I give you a piece of advice? Now that your head is shaved,
yeah,
be mindful. And I'm assuming you don't burn very often,
not often.
but be mindful that your head will burn.
Oh, no. Oh, it's probably sensitive too because it probably doesn't get a lot of sunlight normally.
Exactly.
So it probably would be affected more dramatically than the rest of me.
Just keep that in mind because sunburns on top of your head don't really feel that great.
Yeah, I don't think I would like that. What happens? You just have like a bunch of skin flakes in your hair?
Yeah.
That's tough.
And your head is hot and it hurts.
That's just another way God is telling you, I don't like bald people.
There are a lot of signs, and that's a pretty big one.
It's pretty big. Yeah, that's something you don't think about. Something hasn't even crossed my mind yet. That's crazy. Thank you.
You're
I needed
welcome.
that warning.
Looking out for you.
The other thing about the zoo, though, it's probably good you haven't gone with us yet because
It's not good. There's no silver lining.
No. There is. So the outside, they don't have like all the animals out yet. Like there was a lot of animals that were like not there. The bears weren't there. Like a lot of the big ones, the big uns weren't there. We saw like these little deer looking things. There's nothing like crazy in the outside walking area that's like gonna blow your balls off yet. So we'll go again because we have the membership, so we'll go a lot. We'll go again and we'll see all the good animals. I'm saving them for you, buddy. That's why I didn't invite you. I didn't want you to have a bad time. When you come, I want you to have a good time.
I'm gonna hold back my negative thoughts and feelings right now, and I'll say thank you for thinking of me.
It's the zoo, man.
Yeah, I fucking love the zoo, and I love aquariums. I think I actually like aquariums even more than I like the zoo.
Why?
I don't know what it is. It's this phenomena. Whenever I'm near water, keep in mind I can't swim.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm near water, I always get this feeling like, man, I bet that feels really good to be in that water right now, especially on a hot day.
Sure.
And so when you're in an aquarium, it's like, man, I bet it feels damn good to be that fish.
So you almost like live vicariously through the
Yeah.
fish.
That and it always smells good. I love the smell of an aquarium.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about the smell of an aquarium.
It just smells aquatic.
I just imagine you like how Wesley is at the aquarium or the water, the fish area in the zoo, because it's like the big glass with all the fish swimming around. He loves it because he can like interact more with it than just like, look, do you see that thing over there in the corner? That tiger sleeping in the shadows? No, he likes the fish because, it's bright, it's blue. There's fish that are colorful. So he goes right up against the glass and he likes to like hit the glass. That's how I imagine you doing it.
When we were there in October, we left around I want to say 10 p.m. So, everything's pretty much closed at that point, except for all the different, they have vendors outside for selling food for the pumpkin walk or whatever. But we were able to walk past the aquarium, and they had all the lights shut off. But there was enough light that you can kind of just see some stuff that was swimming closer, and you'd see sharks and shit. And it was really just,
The sharks are crazy.
it was a very good time. So I was like, this is awesome. But
Yeah.
I wish my friends would take me to zoos more often.
You'll come. You'll come with us. I'm certain that you'll get to the zoo with us at some point. I'm positive it'll happen. I'm gonna make it happen. The other thing I did this week, I did last night. I went to a show with our good friend John. We went and saw Jeff Rosenstock, who is I think he's from California, but he's like a punk artist. He started making ska music, and now he makes the best punk music that is being made right now. So he was spectacular. He just had high energy. The show was great. I couldn't have asked for anything more. The only problem is there's so many fucking tall people. Now, and this time it wasn't just the height. These people were wide too. They were tall and wide. It was like fucking trying to see a show with a brick house in front of you. It was crazy.
Is the punk community wider than average?
I don't know. I don't know if
what's the implication here?
I don't think so. I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying at this show yesterday, there's a lot of tall, wide people. And that's hard for me because I can't see. Usually I can get around them and find a window. I couldn't for a while. And eventually it moved and we kind of got some windows I could peek and see. It's tough as a short guy. It's not easy. But there was definitely a couple 7-footers there, I swear to God.
Shouldn't they be a couple blocks over at Target Center?
Yeah.
Playing
Oh,
for the
shout out the
Wolves?
Wolves though, because they are in first in the West right now, and tonight against the Nuggets,
Woo.
it's a huge game because the Nuggets are in second, so we got to win that one. I'd love to see the Wolves get that number 1 seed. Now, I'm not even big on basketball, but I'm hopping on this bandwagon.
Today I learned that there's divisions in basketball.
What do you mean?
I didn't realize there were divisions. I thought it was just conferences, to be quite honest with you, because every time I've looked within recent memory, checked the standings, it's always been Eastern Conference, Western Conference.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were broken down by division.
I guess I didn't really know that either. I think because it doesn't really matter as much in the NBA because they just do it by conference and best record. It's not like you win your division and that does anything for you.
But I was checking, and the Clippers, I think, it said that they clinched their division. So I'm like, that must mean something.
Strange.
We're in the Northwest Division
I don't even know that.
with the Thunder and with the Nuggets.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's any implications.
Yeah,
of that.
I don't know. I only checked the
And I'm
West and the
not
East conferences.
willing to learn.
Maybe some of our friends who are more well versed in NBA basketball can brighten this for us.
I'm gonna
Illuminate
guarantee you this.
us.
Benjamin, our dear friend Benjamin, tomorrow around, let's say 7:30 a.m., I will get a text explaining the implications of divisions within basketball. I did text him today and I say, why are we in the Northwest Division?
Yeah.
To which he replied, why are the Cowboys in the Eastern Division?
Well, it's not a good response.
It just, sometimes things are weird,
And maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was just like they take the top seeds and those are the playoff teams. And now they have the play-in tournament, so then the next best teams are in the play-in tournament, and then they play to play the other people who are already in the playoffs.
There are so many teams that make the playoffs in the NBA.
It's
insane.
literally most of them.
Yeah.
Which I think is fine.
Yeah.
Because you're also seeded, you're playing certain teams that are better than you. It makes sense still. It's not crazy. But, yeah. So the show was good, and it was fun. Always good to see a show. Oh, I did. Oh, my God. Because you remember at Denzel Curry, we saw that person with a DS taking pictures?
Yeah.
I saw another person doing the same thing. It was like this this like short woman wearing some sort of an anime sweatshirt, and she just pulled out this DS and starts snapping pictures. I'm like, is this a thing? Like, it has to be a thing. I've seen it twice at concerts now. Like,
Your average cell phone has a better camera than a Nintendo DS.
but then why?
I don't know.
What's the point? There has to be a purpose.
I don't know.
I gotta do some digging, and I'll report back, because that,
Have you ever owned a DS with a camera?
I don't think so.
Neither did I. I stopped at the DS Lite.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got one with a camera, but I don't know why you would need a camera. I don't know. But after seeing that a second time, there has to be some sort of something that's going on here in the concert-going culture.
I'll check and see if there's a subreddit for people that record video and audio
There probably is.
on their Nintendo DS.
Yeah. Like, why? Maybe it just gives it like a cool aesthetic.
That might be it.
Could be. I could see that.
But you got to imagine that because it's dark in there. Those pictures got to fucking suck.
Yeah, the lighting camp isn't good for... No.
Unless,
I don't...
Unless the Nintendo 3DS or whatever just has an incredible lighting system built in.
Maybe
Who
they've
knows?
made leaps and bounds in their image capturing abilities, and we just have been blind to it because we haven't had a DS.
Certainly could be.
Could be possible. Well, anyways, concert was good. So that's what I did this week. What did you do this week?
Emily and I took a half day on Thursday,
Nice.
and we went to the Twins home opener. And it was very nice to be back in the ballpark. I always
Woo.
miss the feeling. I hate how many people there are, but it just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
The baseball itself, not particularly good to watch.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, we lost, and we just could not hit for shit.
It's tough.
Very tough.
They throw those balls fast.
Well, other teams somehow figured it out. It's been a trend. We just today, we had gotten up to I think we were 0 for 34 or 0 for 35 with runners in scoring position. So that's you got a guy on second or you got a guy on third.
That's
or
bad.
both, and not being able to string a hit. It was rough, and eventually we broke through. And we won today against the Dodgers. But the home opener was a ton of fun. I always like being there. I just love the baseball vibe. Our actual seats, I told Emily we were up in the bleachers, but I got tickets for us in there. Formerly the Sky Club, I think it's called the Thrivent Club or something like that. But it's this nice area that kind of, it's on the second deck, and it has an indoor accessible area, so we were able to escape from the cold. Because it was super, it was like 50 or something.
Yeah.
But in the shade, it was like
A little chillier.
shiver me timbers cold.
Shiver me timbers.
Yeah, Emily was literally shivering.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's the first stage of hypothermia, you know.
And she wouldn't stop talking about how cold she was when we were waiting in line. And so this lady turned to her and she's like, "Are you cold? You need a blanket?" And then she eventually gave Emily some hand warmers.
That's very sweet.
But we got to the ballpark.
Wait, why didn't you just go buy her a sweatshirt, man?
We were outside the.
Why didn't you buy her? Why didn't you go buy her something?
This is why we were waiting.
Yeah, you can access the shop from the outside.
Not from where we were.
Okay.
Don't talk to me about baseball.
I'm just thinking if my partner was cold, I would find a way to warm her. Love you, babe.
The same babe that doesn't like your hair?
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Well, we said I do.
You'd buy her a $150 sweatshirt?
If she asked me to.
Emily ended up buying me a shirt, actually. I didn't ask for it, though. But I did.
What the fuck?
I bought the tickets, man. I bought the tickets.
Okay.
Not cheap tickets.
Sure.
But she has so. She's like, I should have brought a blanket. I'm like, I can't. I'm not going to stop you from bringing a blanket. She's like, should I bring a blanket? And I said no. Mm-hmm. But also, if she wanted to bring a blanket, just bring the blanket.
Yeah.
Make your own decisions. And so she kept harping on me the entire time. She's like, he told me not to get a blanket, and she's like, I'm just going to go buy one. I'm like, no, we have 3 Twins blankets because this happens every single time that we're cold. But anywho, the best part of the day, aside from spending the day with my wonderful fiance, I got to meet Justin Morneau.
Nice.
So we arrived early. They had, for the home opener, they had former Twins at each part, each gate. And so the game started at 3. We got there at noon so that I could have a chance to meet Justin, and then I did. And I'm I wouldn't picture myself as being a starstruck kind of guy. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't let the heat, the bright lights get to me.
Yeah.
But when he actually came up and was like getting photos with people, I was like, instantly nervous. Like my hands are starting.
Why?
Because man, it's like one of my childhood heroes. You know,
He is a legend.
he's fucking awesome, and he's just a really cool guy. And I'm like, I really want to get a picture with him, but you know, he's like starts walking away from us after taking pictures with the people around us. And Emily's like, say something, you know, get his attention. I'm like, mm-mm. And so then she's like, Justin, okay, can we get a photo? And then Emily took one, and it was awesome and very appreciative. He was super nice. I'm just like, I'm not assertive at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was genuinely like anxious to meet him,
I could see that.
which I didn't expect. And then I also got to meet Tony Oliva,
Who's that? Who's Tony Oliva?
former Twin. He spent,
I think,
15 or 16 years with the Twins. He's a Hall of Famer. Dude's a fucking legend.
So was he good?
Yeah, he was. He was good.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Your parents would know him.
No, they wouldn't.
Your parents would.
Why,
know.
did he play in like the 90s or something?
No, I think he played in I'd say the 70s and 80s. But like, if you're like,
So this guy's old.
yeah, he's old.
Like 80.
He's old. Yeah.
Wow.
But it was awesome. Like we were just walking to go to our section, and so Justin Morneau, he was being mobbed by people asking for photos,
Of course.
and we just walked by next to an adjacent gate, and he was just standing there. Tony was with a couple people taking pictures. I'm
That's
like,
on a first name basis.
might as well hop. I mean, Mr. Oliva.
Hey, Tony.
Might as well hop in and get a photo. And then I did. I was like, this is awesome. And then
Nice.
Dick Bramer walked by us
Shit.
like 30 minutes later. But
Richie Bramer?
shut
I don't know who that is. Another Hall of Famer?
He is. He was the Twins TV announcer for like 40 years.
Okay, cool.
For 40 years, and then they sacked him this year.
They sacked him? Why?
It's really sad.
You got to know when your time's done, though.
His time was not done. He's fucking incredible at his job, and he has like a very iconic voice. And so in the off season, it was announced like very nonchalantly that he was done.
Did they say why? They dug up some old tweets or something?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I think the official theory. So he was replaced by Corey Provus, who is he's the main radio guy.
Yeah, I like
And so
Corey.
Now he's the main TV guy. I think the leading theory is that Corey wanted to accept an offer elsewhere, and in order for him to stay, he became the TV announcer.
Right, and I'm assuming he's younger, maybe has more longevity.
He is younger, but like Dick Bramer is like literally the voice of the Twins for almost half a century.
Yeah.
And so last year was his 40th year, and so if it was going to be his last year, they should have fucking rolled out the red carpet, had a season-long parade for him for everything he had done for the team. But no.
Yeah, they should have just kind of been like, hey, even if he didn't want to, just been like, look, you can either retire after this year, or we're just going to cut things off with you.
Because
then just allow him to go out.
It was absolutely not, like he fully expected to be calling games.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it was sad, but he did throw out the first pitch, was there with his family, and
Nice.
he got honored. I think they named the broadcast booth after him. So they're doing a couple things, but it's just like a very sour taste in your mouth. And
Yeah,
then,
it's a little weird.
like, since I've watched baseball, I've been listening to Dick Bramer. So now listening to games or watching games, not hearing his voice is a little weird, but it's all right. It is what it is.
Things change, man.
I don't like change.
Things change.
Except for when things are positively changing in my favor. Then I like change.
Dude, while I was at the concert, because I hadn't been to Dinkytown in a long time, probably like 6 years, I don't know. And they used to have that old shitty McDonald's, the old shitty liquor store. All of it's gone. It's all like nice buildings now. Dinkytown used to be fun because it's the fun part about Dinkytown was it was a little dinky. It was a little kind of piece of shit town, like little area that you could walk around. It was fun.
I once had a scary man in Dinkytown follow me for a while.
Exactly. Those are the times I'm talking about that we probably won't even get anymore because now there's just nice buildings and shit.
I mean, yeah, that is. Is it gentrification to get rid of a shitty McDonald's?
I don't know.
It might be.
I mean, it was but that McDonald's was legendary. That's like
it's a staple.
where you'd go. Like,
Is the insomnia cookie still there?
as far as I know, it is, yes.
I love a good late night cookie.
I don't think they've really touched that strip because that's pretty developed as is.
pretty-
They've got that small Target over there. But the liquor store and the old McDonald's, I mean, the McDonald's is still there. It's at the bottom of the building. But so it's like updated and really nice now, like all the modern McDonald's are. But otherwise, it's like nice apartment buildings that students can live in, I'm guessing.
Speaking of nice buildings, I don't know if it's finished or not, but they have this giant apartment complex that literally just sits right behind left field over Target Field. If I had infinite money,
Yeah.
I would buy that penthouse and I would just watch Twins games from my balcony.
Dude, wouldn't even have to buy a ticket.
I know.
Wouldn't even have to put on the TV.
I think there's some players that live there, that must be a very nice commute. You just walk 15 feet and then you're at the stadium. But those kinds of luxuries aren't reserved for poor folk such as myself.
One day you could get a place overlooking Target Field, I bet.
I saw this TikTok video it's like a real estate account, and it was sharing this this castle in Michigan for like $2 million. And I was like, I have friends.
Yeah.
We can do this.
I have those thoughts all the time.
But I don't think any of you would follow me to Michigan to live in a castle.
Not to Michigan, no.
What if it's like nice Michigan?
Like, are we talking like northern Michigan?
Maybe.
Like maybe.
Probably. I mean, it's definitely not a suburban castle.
Are we by like the sand dunes? I always want to go to the sand dunes.
I don't like that.
Why? You don't like
The
sand?
giant sand dune that it's like a steep ass incline, and if you get stuck at the bottom, you need to be airlifted, and
I just thought it was cool.
No, terrible.
Well, I've never been, so I might follow you. I don't know. Well, now it's tough with kids.
It's a castle. Wesley
right.
would love growing up in a castle.
He'd be a little prince.
Exactly.
We'd give him a little crown.
Yeah.
Have him wear like an old timey outfit. He'd be really adorable.
Exactly.
You're right. Let's get the castle.
Get Megan on the horn. We're gonna do this.
I'll talk to my
also,
wife.
I need $2 million.
Okay. I can see what we got.
I knew you would take care of me. You always do. All right, recommendation of the week.
Wreck of the week. What do you got?
What do you got?
No, what do you have?
Dude, come on. What do you got?
You been serious?
I couldn't think of anything. I told you I was gonna ad lib.
Dude, you said you'd have one.
Maybe when you finish speaking, I will have something to recommend.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, my recommendation of the week. I didn't really have a good one either, but what I've got is related to what we've already discussed, and that is my haircut. And I will recommend to all of you to get the haircut you want. Do the thing you've been thinking of doing that you think you'll get judgment for, and do it anyways, within means, obviously.
Yeah.
In terms of like a fashion statement, a new haircut, a new pair of kicks that you've been wanting to grab and wear about.
Just don't abandon your morality. If there's something you would want to do that would like offend or hurt other people, maybe.
Right. I'm saying don't listen to the noise, man. Like if people are coming at you saying, "Why'd you get that haircut? Oh, it looks bad." Just say you got a bad haircut, man. It's fine. Don't listen to them, because maybe that's what you wanted. Maybe you're being who you genuinely want to be right now, and people can just shove it, because being yourself is important, and you should take that risk.
I think if you used one of those celebrity face match apps,
yeah,
I think you might get Aaron Hernandez.
Never mind, I'm never cutting my hair again, dude. What the fuck, dude? Like fucking serial murderer.
I'm saying
former NFL tight end.
I'm saying you got a clean line, just like him.
No, man, I saw Oscar Isaac in Ex Machina, and I just had to look like him.
I mean, the timing is uncanny.
It is. Trying to beef up a little bit so I can look like him in that movie. I've actually started toying with robots a little bit, just to kind of get the feel.
Working on creating a sex robot.
No, not necessarily that.
Not necessarily that, but
no. But I'm just saying, do what you want. Take the risk you've been thinking about doing. My recommendation of the week is be yourself.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna swing the other direction.
Okay.
Don't be yourself.
Swing it.
Pick the version of yourself that is most easily accessible to the public and stay in that lane as long as you can.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't change. Don't grow.
Stay the same. Don't change your opinions. No, we're like the angel and the devil on the listener's shoulder right now. Be yourself. No, you'll get judged, pussy. Like, yeah.
I mean, I bought myself a nice new jacket, and it's
yeah.
not really my style.
Talk about the jacket.
I bought it.
See, you were already taking my advice. You bought something different that you don't normally wear that you're excited about.
I meant to show you last week, but then I forgot because I was too nervous. No, I got fitted for our mutual friends. I have 2 friends getting married in June, and I'm involved in both weddings.
Yeah.
Intimately.
Nice.
But I had to get fitted for the $250 one-day rental, which is just fucking crazy.
Insane.
And also,
I hate that.
I'm going to rant about this a little bit.
Oh, God.
This dude made me so mad. The
Why?
guy fitting me. And I don't know if I was just in a bad mood, but he did an okay job as far as like fitting me goes.
Sure.
But Men's Warehouse, they the secret to them is they're not going to, unless you're like the groom, they're not going to make you look good.
No, they don't care.
They're going to fit you in a tux that some dude's grandpa wore, and someone died in it, and it's never going to fit right the first time. I remember for your wedding, I got fitted. I picked up the tux a couple days before your wedding, tried it on there, and they're like, "You look great," and I didn't even look at it. I'm like, "Okay, they say I look good. All right, I'm going to trust you.
Trust them.
This is your job. I'm going to trust that you're right." I get home, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pop this thing on again just to see how I look, how I feel. And I looked like shit. I was swimming in that thing. I looked fucking awful. The pants made it look like I had like gargantuan legs because there was so much room on either side. The coat was down to my testes. It was just bad.
Yeah.
And so then I go in and they fix the suit coat. And then the next day they fix the pants. And I ended up picking up the full thing the day of your wedding.
Wow.
And again,
Cutting it close.
a stupid amount of money for just an awful wear. But the guy was like, he must have thought he was doing me a huge favor. He like slyly handed me this shoehorn, this little metal shoehorn. He's like, "That, my friend, you can keep. That's yours."
What the fuck are you supposed to do that?
I'm like, "Oh wow, a 10-cent metal shoehorn for my $500 purchase. Thank you, sir."
Like, what? Are they like, look, people are starting to notice that we are committing highway robbery. We need to send them out the door with something valuable that they can take home, okay?
That's for you. You get to keep that. Like, wow, it's not 1840. I've never
Cool,
needed
bro.
to use a shoehorn.
Nobody's ever fucking used one of these before.
And then I had asked him a question. I was like, "Hey, so I've lost about 20 pounds this year, and I anticipate hopefully losing more come June. Am I cool to come back in and get measured? Like get remeasured if I feel that is necessary? Because I don't want to end up in a suit that just does not fit me at all, and then have to run into the issue where I'm waiting for them to ship back the correct stuff." And he's like, "Yeah, well, it actually takes about 2 to 3 months before you can lose weight." And I was like,
What?
"What?
Wait, what does that mean?
What do you?" I was like, "What do you mean by
He's
that?"
telling you when you can. What does that mean?
And he's like, "Yeah." I was like,
It takes 2 to 3 months to lose weight.
I don't even know what I said to that, because what? I just told you that I lost 20 pounds in the course of a couple months. You're going to tell me that that didn't happen?
Sir, what the
You're
fuck are you
tell me
talking
that
about?
It can happen?
Have you... This guy he... Clearly the people that work there don't know anything but suits. And they barely know that. But they don't know how to lose weight.
I don't know if he was just trying to discourage me, or it's like
Maybe.
"Hey, Tubby, it's not happening. You don't need to worry about it."
He's trying to divert your expectations a little bit.
Yeah.
Or subvert your expectations. I feel like he just heard that and he's like, that sounds like a lot of work.
And then when I was picking because it took way longer than it needed to. He doubled. So I went. I'm like, "Hey, I have 2 group codes because I'm part of 2 weddings. Can I get one fitting for both?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, that makes sense."
Sure.
And then he ended up having to redo a bunch of stuff. But then he asked me, he's like, "So for this one wedding, Kyle's wedding," he's like, "Yeah, so it looks like the groom picked classic fit. It's a little baggier, but the groom picked the classic fit, so that's what you have to go with." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, that groom picked the classic fit." I'm like, "That groom is 100 pounds soaking wet. That groom did not pick the classic fit. He definitely picked the slim fit, because otherwise he's going to look weird. Because it's going to look baggy on him. Kyle's like a fit dude."
Yeah.
And I text Kyle, and I'm like, "Did you do that?" And he's like, "No, I picked the slim fit." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And then he ended up calling the next day and confirmed that, yes, he did in fact pick the slim fit. But I picked the classic fit, which means my legs are going to look fucking baggy as shit.
That's even crazier, because apparently it doesn't actually matter. Because you got the classic fit and he got the slim fit.
I
So
know.
who cares? Just fit to whatever the person wants. It's the same suit.
I know.
What the fuck?
I don't I get the convenience of it. I'm probably going to use them
Right.
for my own wedding, which is, it's whatever. But I just, come on, man.
I just don't know where else you go, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's like cheaper than that.
And
I don't think there is an
then
option.
the benefit, like my brothers are on opposite sides of the country. Like if I picked like a local rental, I don't know if there would be an option for them to be able to get fitted.
Mm-hmm.
So Men's Warehouse, at least they're everywhere.
Right,
So,
right. That's true. Yeah, I remember when I lost weight and I went into, because I had a suit that I had before I had lost weight that I would wear to like all my things.
Mhm.
It was the one suit I had. So I went out and got a new suit after. But before then, I went into Men's Warehouse because that's where I got the suit originally. My parents bought it for me. Graduation gift. Anyways, I go in there and I've got my hefty suit with me. And I'm like, hey, so like I had lost weight, like I lost like a good amount of weight, and would you be able to like tailor this or like fit it so it fits me now? And they were like, how much weight did you lose? And I was like 60 pounds. And they were like, no, we can't do anything with that. I'm like, okay. And now I'm starting to wonder, I wonder if they could have done something and they just didn't want to.
yeah, I don't know.
Is there a line where it's like, oh, nope, sorry, that's too big. We can't fix that for you. We can't bring that in. We can't bring it in enough.
Yeah, so that's a mystery to me of like alterations and hemming.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what can and cannot be done, so I
know.
don't know if there's truth to what they're saying. I can totally see them being like, we're not putting in that work. I mean, it's not like I don't think they would even do the alterations there,
No,
right? They would probably send it off.
Send it off, probably to a third party who does it.
Yeah, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So that was disappointing, but then I got a new suit. But yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah. I'll have to get fitted for yours.
Yeah, I need to do that fairly soon, maybe.
Yeah, you let me know, because clock's ticking. I gotta get in wedding shape.
Please, no. I need. In fact, I need all of my groomsmen, my officiant. I need you guys to look like shit.
Okay, I'll get this haircut again for the wedding then.
You would look like a baller officiant.
Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? We are here.
Can you get a grill?
We're gathered today. What does this have, what does it have to do with a grill? It's a
I'm
buzz cut.
I'm just trying to add stuff to it, you know?
Yeah.
Get some teardrop tattoos.
I just got out of prison, and I'm doing this wedding.
Speaking of which, we need to get on that. We need to get you licensed with the state.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you're right.
You need to take some classes.
No, I'm licensed. I just need to get the physical license and process it.
All right.
I'm ordained.
You are ordained. Yeah.
I just
You
technically
need to be legally recognized by the state.
I need to submit the piece of paper that says so.
We'll do it.
Okay,
We'll get it on in the next few weeks.
got it. Question of the day?
Yeah.
Question of the day. It's actually interesting because you had mentioned like living places. And I was thinking, wow, this correlates so well. My question of the day is, what is your dream home and how would you describe it?
Dream home as in location or like
Dream
the
home.
physicality of the building?
Maybe all of the above. Start with the physicality of the building, and then maybe if you want to add on like where it's at. Is it on a beach? Is it in the mountains? Is it in the desert? Is it downtown?
No, it's certainly not downtown. My dream home would be within decent driving distance of my friends and family,
Okay.
and also like metropoli.
Yeah.
That's plural for metropolis.
The metropoli.
Don't know if that's right or not.
There are multiple metropolises? I don't know.
Who knows? I've always wanted to live on a lake. Not even that I like swimming, or that
Hey,
I
you can't swim, man. Why do you keep
do
flirting
like-
with water?
don't do like a lot of water sports. But I feel like it would be nice. But I would like a large backyard.
Mm-hmm.
I would like. I really want a theater room.
Ooh,
Like I really, really, really want a theater room.
that'd be nice.
Something with multiple recliners so we could have friends over.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be really nice. I want a California King bed.
Ooh.
I want a 95-inch display TV. I really need that. That's all I really need.
So you're describing a lot about the things in the house, but what about
Yeah.
the house itself?
I don't know.
Large?
bay windows.
How many bedrooms? How many baths? Square footage?
I'm thinking
What type of home? Brick?
40. No, I don't.
Log cabin?
I don't like brick. I prefer a more modern look and feel.
Sure.
Emily is more like kind of cottagey.
Oh.
So we kind of
You'd have to
kind
meet
of
in the
bump
middle.
heads. Bump heads there. Meet in the middle, no. Compromise is...
Someone's winning.
Let me say this. How many marriages end in divorce? 55-ish%?
Quite a bit.
Maybe more.
Quite a few of them.
By the way, this is all a joke. But people say that compromise is the key to a strong marriage.
Right.
If compromise is the key, if compromise is the theme of marriage,
Yeah.
why are so many marriages failing?
Because they're not compromising.
No, because they are compromising.
So the people who stay together weren't compromising?
Exactly.
Wow. And that's why I always just do whatever my wife says.
Bingo. Or the opposite.
Or she does what I say.
Or
Well, she can do what I say.
everyone be doing what the other person says.
Sure.
Again, I don't know why I'm saying that.
I'm glad that you're getting married soon. That's going to go really well.
I think I'll be a great husband.
I think so.
I
You seem
also
to be good.
If we ever did a tour of the apartment, it's a monument to compromise. There's no less than 500 Squishmallows littered around around the apartment. There's not a single thing I've said no to.
Yo, Patreon apartment tour.
$60 a month.
We'll introduce you to each and every Squishmallow in the apartment. By name and description.
But back to it. I don't know, man. I'm gonna give you a floor plan.
Yeah, dude. If you
I would
had
like
one.
I would like a lot of bedrooms because I would like to have guest rooms.
Yeah,
I would like my family and friends to be able to be there.
sure.
A pool would be cool. Again,
Pool would be cool.
I don't swim,
Yeah, what the
but
hell?
it'd be nice to learn.
Come on,
And
bro.
have it like a nice, safe place to learn. Although, did you know like roughly 70 to 80% of drownings occur within one's home pool?
Really?
No.
Okay, you just made that up.
Hey,
It's believable. I feel like that's a believable stat.
I mean, yeah, probably.
But not enough people have pools, so. Not everyone has a pool. Not in this state.
There's a decent number of. I mean, if you get into your wealthy neighborhoods, there's pools aplenty.
Yeah, but pools in Minnesota are stupid.
They are.
Because you get it for 3 months, and then the other 9 months you have to take care of it but not use it.
Yeah, and pools got to be so much. There's so much maintenance.
Yeah, I'll
Have you ever considered being a pool boy?
Me?
You.
You think I make a good pool boy?
Yes.
Dude, I'll clean the fuck out of the leaves out of the pool.
Yeah.
Give me one of those long sticks with a net at the end?
Yeah. Test the pH.
Yeah, testing the pH in the water?
Maybe get oogled by a middle-aged woman
Yeah,
or man.
for sure. Definitely.
Those are the responsibilities of a pool boy.
That's usually what they do. That's the criteria to be a
Clean
pool
the
boy.
pool,
Clean the pool.
get objectified.
Objectified. Hey, I'm cool with both.
Those are two things that I think you can do really well.
I clean pretty well. Hey, Megan will tell you. Maybe I don't clean all the time, but when I do it well. And being objectified, hey, I guess no one really does that to me, but I could use a compliment every once in a while.
Would you like me to do that for you right now?
Objectify me? No. Well, no.
You just said you could use a compliment.
Okay, but okay, sure. Give it to me.
You are an object.
Does it?
You are not a man,
Oh.
but an object.
Oh.
Objectification, right there.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's bad. I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't objectify people. That's bad.
Harsh lesson.
I'm
but a
against
lesson
it.
learned.
I've after hearing that, I am firmly against objectifying. Firmly. You can't sway me now.
That's all it took, huh?
Nope. That's it. That's all it took. My dream home. So I'm thinking something real modern, nice, sleek. Like you walk in, there's like beautiful wood floors, granite countertops. I need my kitchen to be immaculate. I want one of those giant islands, like huge, like way bigger than it needs to be, with little stools, one of those nice stove tops with like the big fan up top where it looks super cool, nice cabinets with, I'm not sure what the trendy color would be at the time, but in my head I imagine like a nice green cabinet and gold knobs maybe.
You're losing me.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm
I
also
mean,
not a designer. Somebody can track me on
Thinking a
that.
darker wood.
A darker wood.
Yeah.
I could take a darker wood. I'm not sold on the cabinet idea. I was just thinking in my head.
No cabinets. You're thinking no cabinets?
Well, I don't know. Well, kitchens need cabinets. We need space for the bowls. But I want my kitchen to be immaculate. Granite or quartz countertops. Quartz. I'm talking quartz. and maybe a nice fireplace in there somewhere. Maybe one of the cool ones where you can see it from one side, then you go around and it's also on the other side. You seen those?
Wait, I've just blanked out. What did you say?
A fireplace, like a nice
Oh, yeah,
fireplace.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
where you like it's on both sides.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I'm also thinking maybe like big windows that overlook like a huge backyard that also goes up against like a lake.
Are you thinking of that classic like lake house window vibe where it
Yeah.
like comes to like a point and has those big old windows?
Maybe not. It doesn't even need to be a point. Just big windows, floor to ceiling windows, where I can just gaze off into the lake or body of water that I'm placed on. I kind of want like a nice. I like the movie room idea. I think that's sweet,
That was my idea.
but I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I want. I definitely want like a cool room where we can just like hang. Like it's not necessarily like it's like where me and my boys can go shoot the shit. Like me and Wesley.
Are you gonna have a man cave someday?
Yeah, like some sort of like a man cave. I'd have like my music stuff in there, like my vinyl, my little keyboard, my guitars, maybe like a nicer like vinyl setup so I can have it like on shelves and organized with a really nice like record player and like good speakers too. I'm thinking like this is a space. There's also a nice couch with a big ass TV as well. So it's a diverse space. You can kind of like have your little hobbies and then also like hang with the boys and crack a few brewski beers if you want.
So a man cave.
Yeah, kind of a man cave, but more of like a den. Like a man den. The other thing, I do also want a big king-size bed too, California King, if I could
You
get it.
can't keep stealing my ideas.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Everyone wants one. Everyone wants one.
Do you know if they're wider or longer?
Both.
They're both?
I don't know. I just know it's big enough for me to swim in it. And I want to take a dip in that bed.
All right.
Dip my toes in that water.
All right.
I'm thinking maybe like 4 or 5 bedrooms. Just, I don't even know if we'd use them all. Just for fun. And probably like 3.5 bath. Solid.
I want my bathroom to be one of those what was that show where they would like take a shitty house and make it really nice?
Like Extreme Home Makeover where they'd be like, move that bus.
I'm pretty sure I saw one where they're like, "Hey, this child likes fish. Let's turn his sink into an aquarium."
They would do that, like, they'd find one interest that the kid has
then
that's very surface level,
Hyper focus on it.
and they'd be like, he said he likes monkeys. Let's make him a monkey room. Like, look, there's bananas, real bananas up in the corner on that tree. Look, there's a giant gorilla stuffed animal in your corner.
And you're so locked into that.
Yeah.
Because the entire room
And then,
has
like-
been designed around one thing, and then like probably 2 years later, you outgrow it.
Yeah, in like a year's time, you're probably like, I don't even like gorillas anymore, bro.
And I grew up in a nice house, but I always like watch those shows. Like, I want that.
I want a cool room.
I want to slide in my room.
Why don't they redo our house?
Which, if you think about it, it's unfair that other people have good things happen to them.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's unfair.
I mean, it depends on how you
pretty
look at it.
negative way to look
And
at
the
things.
way that I'm looking at it, it's pretty unfair.
Man, something good happened to that guy?
Aw.
That's bullshit. Nothing good happened to me today.
That's why I don't like listening to my friends and their accomplishments.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel a certain type of way about it.
Yeah.
You get salty.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you identify as a short king? Do you like that term? I've been meaning to ask you. Do you like that term?
Do I like the term short king? Dude, I don't. No, not really. I mean, it's fine, I guess.
Does it feel a bit infantilizing?
It infantilizing. It's a good word.
Yeah, and I just nailed it. I didn't even stutter.
Is that a real word?
I didn't even stutter once.
Infantilizing?
Yeah.
Define that.
Like, to treat something, to regard something as like childlike, to like reduce something to like a child's thing.
I mean, sort. It does kind of have
Infant.
that feel, but it's more like condescension. You know, like
It's from the Latin infantimo,
okay, now I know you're just making things up.
but the word's real.
Yeah, it sounded
Infantilizing.
very real, and I liked that you used it. We need to up our vocab game.
Yeah, we do.
But I don't know. Short king just feels like you're like, oh, go short king. Like it still seems very like
Patronizing.
yeah, it is. It feels that way for sure. And I like that people are trying to be positive towards short people. It's great, and I'm glad that we're talking about this again on this podcast. But
I'm sorry, it just popped into my head, and I've been meaning to ask you.
no, I it's fine, but I'd rather just you call me by my name. Don't call me a short king, or just call me a king. Maybe just take the short out of it.
No. All right. Bizarre
news.
This one's good. This one's weird. Opening the article now. Hey, new chats from a group chat I'm not in. Thanks, bro.
Dude, you cannot be in every group chat. We've talked about this.
But I could be.
Like, you want to be in the group chat with me and my mom and my dad?
I think.
You want to be in the group chat with me and Megan and her family?
Can I put do not disturb on just very briefly?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's
Am I blowing up right now?
This group chat I'm not in is just blowing up.
Wow.
All right. Sierra Leone declares emergency after addicts dig up graves to get high on drug made from human bones.
What?
Yeah.
Yo.
So in Sierra Leone, which I believe is Southern Africa.
I think it's Northern Africa. I actually don't know.
Why would you...
It's definitely north.
Sorry, West Africa. It's Western
It's northwest.
Africa. This article just says West Africa.
Okay, well, sure.
And it's not working properly. But, so basically there's this psychoactive drug
Yeah.
that is somehow crafted out of human bones.
Okay.
And so people who are itching to get high, as you do,
Right.
have been digging up poor corpses
Yeah.
and using them to make this drug.
To get high off the bones.
How far would you go for a Klondike bar is the question I'm asking.
I don't even like Klondike bars.
Neither do I. How far would you go for drugs?
How far would I go for drugs?
But it's gotten so bad that they've
Not that far, man.
They've declared a full-on national emergency.
What?
So the drug, I don't know why, but they dub it. It's called Kush, which is not
so many questions.
Not the name of a drug.
That's just
that I would give.
That's just weed. Kush.
I know, but it's made from a variety of toxic substances, with the main ingredient being human bone, ground up human bone.
How does the bone? What is in human bones that gets you high? And how did it take this long for us to figure that out?
It's all that calcium, baby.
If there's one thing I know about humans, they will figure out a way to alter their state of mind. And I feel like we would have crossed the bone dust, threshold a while ago.
So they classify it as a narcotic. First emerged about 6 years ago.
Wow.
Supposedly induces a hypnotic high, which can last several hours, which, not a drug guy, but I've heard the longer a drug is in your system, the longer it makes you feel good, the better.
Yeah. Sure.
Still, though, the name Kush is bad.
Yeah, they need a new name, new branding.
Aside from the obvious terrible part of grave robbing, which is not cool, leave the dead lie. Been some fatalities from it, obviously.
Right.
Because, I don't know, I feel it's a very sinister kind of drug,
Well, I mean, it is from bones. Hey, these guys took, the phrase smoking a bone way too seriously, am I right?
That they did.
They did.
So
Not that type of bone, guys.
If I was dying, if I was dying, if I died,
yeah,
would you grind my bones?
Would I grind your bones?
Would you smoke me?
I wouldn't think to do that. I don't know the other ingredients in this crazy drug you're referring to. I have an inkling that the bones aren't really what's getting you high. There's something else in there that's doing it.
I think the other ingredient was
heroin.
Cat,
the other ingredient
cat
was
ears.
What?
Yeah, cat ears.
These people are not getting high. They're just full of shit. They're full of shit. There's no way these people are getting fucked up off of bones and cat ears, bro. It's not happening.
There's not actually cat ears. I mean, it's like toxic shit. And bones.
The bones. There's no way the bones are necessary. These people are insane. The bones are not necessary. There's no way. No shot.
Because we're a thorough podcast and we want to give you all the answers. We're going to work on sourcing some of this bone drug.
Yeah, we're going to the graveyard after this.
Yeah.
We're gonna find some fresh bones. We're gonna grind them up.
If you've recently had a loved one pass,
Please let us know.
drop in the comments where.
What plot? We will not be smoking bones.
No, that's bad.
Bad.
The moral of the story is that's bad.
The moral of this story is bad. There's got to be easier ways to get high, man. This can't be like, I get there's addicts in the world, but man, just pick a new drug. There's pick something else that's easier. Maybe doesn't require digging up bones. I don't know. There's easier stuff out there. You ever see that Russian drug crocodile? You ever seen that?
No.
I watched like a weird, I don't know if it was an actual documentary or like a YouTube video on it or something.
Wait. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know crocodile.
Turn around. No, that was not turn around and look behind you. What do you see?
Oh my God.
There's a tapir.
It's a tapir. I didn't even know this was here.
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about.
That's
a
a
tapir. For those of you watching on YouTube, look at this weird little bitch.
That's a mirror.
Is a mirror the tapir?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Sorry
Mwah.
to interrupt you, but I just the tapir's been 7 inches from your face.
I didn't know he was here.
Yeah.
Crocodile was a Russian drug. It originated in Russia. Supposedly like heroin, but people would like inject it into the like whatever veins they could find, but it would like rot their skin and like create this like weird like almost scale looking outside, which is why they called it crocodile, because you kind of look like a crocodile. Super lethal, super horrible for you, worse than heroin, they say, but ultra addictive. And
But you get armor.
yeah, but you also get armor, and you're kind of draconian at the end, so that's pretty sick.
He died, but damn it, he looked like a dragon.
Fuck, he was awesome.
All right, that's all we have time for.
All we got.
Please play us off.
Yeah, so like I said, be yourself, guys. Don't try drugs, though, not bad ones, because we don't need people digging up bones or looking like crocodiles. We don't need a bunch of literal lizard people out wandering the streets, and we don't need people, digging up graves and smoking bones out there. Just keep to yourself and keep it legal, buddy. Keep it legal.